Okay, now we're going to take a look at the roof detail. What you're looking at right now is simply what we left off from the previous step in building just a simple outline of the floor, the walls, and the roof. If I turn on my construction line layer again, okay, we can see our grade line, the floor line, header, and then here's the roof plate. So, taking a look at our notes, you can see we can use the edge that represents the eave here to go ahead and offset our rim board here and to draft in this one line that will represent the soffit. So we got a 1/2 inch from the bottom there, and then we have a 1.5 inch thickness for that rim board. Let's go ahead and enter that information. Okay, so I'm using this button here, which makes any object that I select makes its layer current. This will help you avoid having to fish for all those layers. So if I just select this line here, you can see now the roof layer is current. As I zoom in here, I'm going to offset from right to left. What is that? 1.5 inches from right to left. So you can see here's my board. I can extend all the way up to the finish there. I can draw a line from right to left here, and then just use trim to clean that up. That's how we get that little board there. Now also we need to show the solid line there for our plywood sheathing. We're not actually showing any finish, but we could add that in later. All right, let's come back here and let's just show that soffit there. I could do this a couple ways. I could just draw a line here to the finish and then offset it by 1/2 inch. Then remove that temporary line. Now you'll notice because our roof layer, if we look at our layer properties here, I mentioned before that you could create your own set of elevation layers if you want to have more control over the way the floor plan elements in elevation appear in terms of line weight. Here we're just reusing the floor plan layer for a roof. It's set to hidden, but remember you could also select entities and simply use your properties to change the layer property by entity. So here I'll force it continuous. Now we've added this detail here. How do we get it on this side? Well, what we could do here is simply select the information, zoom back out, and locate a mirror line. We're going to use this line right here. So I'll do mirror command somewhere along that line and then finish again somewhere along the opposite side of that line. And then we will keep the source objects and just mirror a copy here. And then we'll clean this up. Now we need to show that finish. You can see we have the line right here. Again, this line was done on our construction layer. You have a couple options here, right? If you're using Lisp routines, you can use the clone Lisp routine, and what this would do is would make a copy of your entity and place it on a target layer. We could also use here match properties, or just type in MA, and we could match the properties of one line to the other. Now I can mirror this line, again, using that endpoint, and then any point along this line here. And there's some of the more detail for our roof.